Years ago, the donkey as we know it is today more closely resembles its most recent ancestor, the African wild donkey. I'm pretty sure everyone knows that it is hot in Africa. It is hot. Hey y'all, how are you? I'm doing good today. Probably won't be in just a little bit because we're going to the gym, and today is July 4th, and when it's a holiday at our gym, we have these insane workouts where it's usually like partners of 3 or 4 or whatever it is, and today I believe it's partners of 4, which usually helps the workout along much better, but that's what's coming up in a little while. However, first we're gonna go check on Fancy and Steve. Everybody just hanging out down here. Peaceful morning. All the random birds we have, it's just fantastic. I just love it. I'm not trying to disturb y'all. I won't come in there. I'll go around. We got quite a bit of rain yesterday I say quite a bit. It rained for, I don't know, probably an hour or 2. So it's a little yuck out here. Alpacas are chilling down there. But Steve and Fancy are down there just hanging out. We'll go inside the barn. 1 second. Good morning, girls. Good morning. Oh, yes. How you doing, Goose? Good? All right. You tell me about it? It's a great story. Hey, Charlie. Good morning, Charlie. I have my gym shoes on. I'm an idiot. And came down here in my gym shoes. So I'm not going to come in there right now. Oh, I know. We'll come see you in a little bit. How's everyone doing? Everybody doing good down here? Hey, Steve. I just want to show y'all that since the last video I posted, when we introduced Steve and Fancy, he was very excited, to say the least. Weren't you, buddy? Yes. Him was super excited to have a new girlfriend. Yes. And I knew he would be pretty aggressive at first. But they are calm. They have been calm since. Yes. What is it? Huh? Now, that's not to say that he doesn't decide to get rambunctious here and there. But they're doing just fine. Yeah. You doing good, buddy? Yeah. Just taking you a minute, huh? No, buddy. I don't like you behind me. Cut it out. No. He jumped on Bear the other day out of nowhere. And I really don't want a turkey on my back. I'm not about that life. No. I like being able to come to the barn without being harassed. Yeah, I don't need you being a punk. You just stay back there. I'm trying to talk to my buddy Steve. Yeah, he's a good boy. Oh my gosh, this turkey. Good grief. Hey, Fancy. Now, a lot of y'all were concerned that Fancy was not in heat, and there were some of you that wanted to let me know that donkeys don't come in heat. Whatever terminology you want to use, donkeys do cycle, just like humans cycle. And typically they cycle about 28 days, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Hey, girls. And a lot of times, if they're not currently on their cycle, if you put them with a male that is obviously interested, and most of them would be, they will come into cycle. They might come a little early, but they will generally, unless they have reproductive issues, they will come into heat or into their cycle, which is what we are hoping is going to go on here. More than likely, over the next couple months, they will breed multiple times as she comes into her monthly cycle. That's why we have currently left the other two girls, Fiona and Felicia. That's why they're still at Marie's with their boyfriend Brandon, because we want to keep them together for a couple of months to make sure that they get at least two good cycles in to ensure breeding. Now, as you can tell on the back of Fancy's neck, there are some spots from Steve, but when donkeys breed or when they're mating, they are very aggressive. That is very normal, and it will happen during the process. But we are obviously watching them, and if it looks like it's getting a little too hairy or too rough, then we will separate them. We had some questions about why we hadn't put Farrah specifically or the other donkeys with Steve yet, and it's because they're too young. Phoebe, Fallon, and Farrah are all, according to donkey standards, still babies. Steve, I need you to get in between me and this turkey. I'd appreciate that, because he won't leave me alone. I don't like it. So, anyway, that's why we have not put the girls in with Steve, and we won't be breeding them for at least another year, because, well, as you can tell, they're like children. They're still young. I really hope this turkey don't decide to jump while Steve is in between us, because that could be interesting. It could get western for sure. All right, guys. I do have some information I want to share with y'all, but I got to get back to where my little tripod is. How you doing, Fancy? How you doing, Mama? Well, maybe not Mama yet, but soon, hopefully. Yeah. There's a good girl. Hey, baby. What are you doing? Oh, this dang turkey. I'm afraid to, take off running. No one's down here to save me. I don't think you girls are going to be any help. All right. I got another fun thing. No, don't you do it. Why are y'all out here? Huh? Y'all were way far from me. Oh. I'm going to walk backwards-ish. He's wanting to get me. You can see it in his eyes. Hey, Pepper. Trying to get out of here quickly, Pepper. Sorry. No time for a chat. Okay, so there were a lot of comments and concerns about Fancy overheating in the pen being bred. And I did some research, which I knew some of this information already, but I wanted to confer with, Siri, because Siri, knows everything, and provide y'all with some, I think they're facts. I mean, not everything you see on the internet is true, but I believe this is. So I wanted to share it with y'all, because it is July, it is hot in Oklahoma, but donkeys are donkeys. And they originated from far, far away in the land of heat. So I wanted to read this to y'all. Where did donkeys originally come from? The story of the modern domesticated donkey begins in Africa, mostly Sudan, Egypt, and Libya. While all modern equines are descendants of dog-sized forest dwellers that roamed the United States years ago, the donkey as we know it is today more closely resembles its most recent ancestor, the African wild donkey. Okay? African. I'm pretty sure everyone knows that it is hot in Africa. It is hot. It is hot. Probably hotter there than it is here. So, another thing that I found, like I just accidentally found this, came across it while I was doing my research, which I find I think it's super cool. It actually, one of the questions was, what is the spiritual meaning of donkey? Thus, the donkey meaning is telling you to finish what you start. If you have dreams and aspirations, you mustn't give up on them even when things get tough. Also, the spirit animal teaches you to say no, especially in situations where what people ask of you goes against your personal views and beliefs. And I think that is just like, it kind of gave me goosebumps when I read it, because, you know, I relate that to kind of what we do, because so many people, especially in the beginning, don't understand YouTube and sharing our life with people. And so I think there were a lot of skeptic people about it and what it all entailed. And, you know, I'm so glad that we didn't just go with what everyone else said. We went with what the Lord put on our hearts, and, you know, He has blessed us immensely. And so I find it just not even ironic, I can't even think of what the word is, but that's just another way that I think God puts things on our hearts, because I never really loved any particular animal on our farm. Like, we would have certain little critters that, you know, were more special to me than others, but I was never excited to come down to the barn and just be with the animals, you know, in years past. And it really wasn't until Fallon was born, and then we got Phoebe, and this love for them just came over me. And I think that's just one of the many ways that the Lord works in our life. I know that's how He's worked in ours in many situations, and I just wanted to share that little tidbit with y'all. So back to the health of the donkeys. Yes, it is hot. It is hot in Oklahoma. They have a lot of water back there. It gets filled every day. They also have a ton of shade, really more shade than they need, because the grass won't grow. Most donkeys or horses and cattle are out in big pastures where there's really not many trees. And down here where the donkeys are, they have so much shade. So her having a heat stroke or something like that is very unlikely during breeding. I mean, if that were the case, people would not breed cattle, you know, if they were to overheat or whatever. I mean, that's just not feasible. Animals acclimate to their environment, and these donkeys originated in the heat, in a very different kind of heat for sure. And so I think they're perfectly fine. And like I said earlier, if we noticed anything weird or wonky, we would definitely, obviously, make changes, call the vet if that was necessary. We would take all the necessary precautions to keep them healthy. So I just wanted to put all that out there and let everyone know that she'll be fine. And if she's not, we will let you know, and we will take care of it. So we're going to get on with the rest of the day. I'm going to go dye at CrossFit. Should be wonderful. Looking forward to that. And Houston's gonna video some of that for us. So we'll see on the quality. But then we have a cookout to go to tonight. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show y'all some of the dessert that I'm gonna make. And I'm gonna, just a little quick thing, nothing fancy or hard or crazy, but it's pretty and it's cold and it's delicious. So y'all come join us as we dye, and then we'll be back and meet up in the kitchen. going.
Show Dak. You got it. Keep going.
Are you going? This is a silly game.
And we're live.
We made it back from CrossFit. We almost died, but we made it. And now, getting started on the dessert.
So this is why we go to CrossFit, huh?
Yeah. I mean, people are going to eat most of this, not us, but...
I'm people.
Okay, so let me have them now, and I'll show them what I'm doing. Okay, so here's all of the stuff. I'm making a strawberry trifle. You ready for it?
I don't know what a trifle is.
It's a 3-layered dessert.
Thought it might have been like a rifle. A strawberry rifle.
No.
A lot of name to it.
Oh my gosh. So we've got our angel food cake right here. I'm going to add blueberries to it. It only called for strawberries, but you know, it's July 4th, so I'm putting some blue in it. Cream cheese, vanilla, almond. I will actually put the link in the description box below. And
Hey, and this isn't just regular vanilla.
no, it's not.
This was sent to us from the Eldridge fam.
Yep.
You know, local Oklahomans on YouTube.
Yes.
They made this.
It's delicious too.
It's made with vanilla beans and bourbon.
Bourbon.
Yeah.
It's yum.
So the kids can't eat this dessert. Sorry,
Oh, kids are out. Okay, so I'm going to whip this stuff up and show you the next step. And we are done. Look at that.
We are?
Yeah, we're done with that.
We have to taste test it before we go, right?
No, not until this evening. It's got to cool. I mean, it's already pretty cool, but
Because of the cool in it.
yeah,
The whip.
the Cool Whip, the homemade Cool Whip.
Whip.
Yep. All right. I'm going to show you the other one I made. I made it last night. And have a creeper over there. Okay, so this is my other dessert. And it is a, I don't know what it's called. I think one of the names is Better Than Sex Cake. I also think
You can't
it's
say
called...
that on this channel.
What?
You can't say that on this channel.
Well, that's what the dessert is called. It is. I'm like 100% sure that's what it's called. Or like Chocolate Delight. That's another one.
What'd you say?
Chocolate Delight.
No. The first one?
Better Than Sex
You
Cake.
can't say that on this channel.
Stop! It's not funny. But I'm ready to eat both of these desserts. All right. Well, there you have it. There's my 2 desserts, my workout for the day, and donkey information. Donkey update, all the good stuff. So I hope you guys have a great 4th of July. Song of the video is going to be Born in the USA by Bruce Springsteen. It's an oldie, classic. Y'all go listen to it. Yeah, hope you all have a safe and happy 4th. Jacoby's back there playing a video game. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. And as always, do your best.